Hey everyone from UpNext Gen Z, I am Shani and this is our Sour Power Challenge, which is all about entrepreneurship for the Gen Z community. Here we get to know the best teenpreneurs and interview them in a refreshingly sour environment. And today's episode is with Harry Beard from the UK, age 21. Harry is one of the co-founders of Prospect 100, the company behind the world's best youth competitions that have to do with music, innovation, design, and film. These competitions are free to enter and are open to those under the age of 25. Soon there will be those that can enter, older, right, Harry?
Maybe we'll have to wait and see. We don't rule it out. But right now, for those who are 25 and under exclusively, in fact, this competition we're doing right now is actually 16 to 25, so sorry anyone that's not quite there yet.
Sorry, we're all there for the young people. Prizes have included cash, mentorships, internships, free access to powerful tools, press coverage, and opportunities to work on high-profile collaborations, so look it up.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you're watching this and it's still open, make sure you enter. That's the move.
Okay, Harry, so what are my rules? I have different quotes from different entrepreneurs. You have to guess who said it. Guess it right, good for you. Next quote, guess it wrong, enjoy a sour candy, and we move on to the next quote while you are enjoying it, of course. If the quote after that is wrong as well, you have doubled your punishment, meaning you will take 2 sour candies. So think twice before you answer. This question doesn't count, but let's try 1 candy now, and I'll just, ask you while you enjoy yourself. I'm even trying it with you.
Try one.
Just the first one, don't get excited.
Revise it so I don't have to try one.
Just the first one. Everyone tries at least one. Okay, and before we start our Sour Power Challenge, we chose the most sour candy out there, Candy Dynamics. Toxic Waste by Candy Dynamics. So, you had a TED Talk, bear with me here, and a while back, which I really enjoyed, you talked about how Gen Z is so sour and different from other generations until now. I'm tearing up, are you?
That's horrible.
So some people had the opinion that Gen Z has strong opinions and no will to live due to the high rates of depression and anxiety. We'll die for our causes but won't ask for extra ketchup. What's your opinion on your generation feels and how can you relate to them in any way?
Gosh, this is a lot of I haven't had one of these since I was about 6 or something. I thought these were going to be like gimmicky, where I pretend that they're sour and sort of, it's horrible. Okay, sorry, the question. Well,
the question, sure. What's your opinion on how your generation feels and can you relate to them?
Obviously, particularly in the comments of that video, and I read and I learned quite a lot as well, mental health and depression, etc. is very prevalent, not just within young people. Obviously, there's I think a bigger trend than what would normally be the case of young people coming forward, being diagnosed or opening up about their mental health struggles. But I also think that this is the case for people who are way older than our generation. But what I think I'm at least hoping for is the fact that our generation is the ones who are really opening up at an age where, as I mentioned previously, people didn't really consider to have maybe mental health struggle. And so I really hope that, as young people do with every issue that we come across, so whether it's climate change or whether it's, in the case of Prospect 100, wanting young creatives to get more opportunities, I'm really confident in the fact that there will be a young person that create, hopefully, not a solution. You're never going to cure mental health problems, you're never going to eradicate it, but I hope young people are the ones who put in infrastructures to make sure that those who are struggling feel like they can have the support, guidance, and resources they need. So I think that's where my sentiment lies on it. So again.
Yeah, okay. With that being said, let's get into it. The first quote. Yeah. My mind is always racing and always going and always working. It's a gift and a curse. Who said it? We have Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy, or Bill Gates, which we all know, so I'm not adding anything.
Something about my mind is always racing. Did it rhyme at all, the flow?
Don't get smart. Just because he's a rapper doesn't mean he rhymes all the time.
I'm gonna go with P. Diddy because he's my guy, and I watched a YouTube video with P. Diddy in it last night, so maybe it's a sign.
Oh, that is a sign, and you are correct. P. Diddy, the CEO of Combs Enterprises.
You have to take a sour sweet now, right?
Oh, that is not what we agreed upon.
That is right.
That is not, and I still have this one.
Hello, if that is how this format should be. Comment down below.
I will take that. Okay, I will take that. If you guys comment, I'll take another one.
There we go.
Okay, quote number 2. 2. It's not about working harder, it's about working the system. Your options are Warren Buffett or Evan Spiegel.
I don't think he'd say work the system, because he's an honourable. Evan Spiegel, that guy has got some funny stories, and particularly when he left Stanford. So anyone's going to play the system. Evan, I'm backing you.
That is very true. I mean, the guy who invented Snapchat has to have some kind of, you know, sketchy past.
I didn't say it was sketchy. But yeah, Evan.
But yes, totally Evan. Quote number 3. I cringe inside when anybody gives me something. I don't know why, I just get embarrassed. Your 2 options are, we have Sarah Jessica Parker or Jeff Bezos.
Cringe inside.
Anybody gives me something, I don't know why, I just get embarrassed. Okay, so this one's on your own. Feel free to, you know, just... And while you're enjoying that black cherry goodness, let me just ask you a quick question. Last time we talked, you mentioned starting a prospect 100 for older people. We mentioned that earlier. How do you see it working? Do you see it working better? Do you see it worse?
I don't know. I think it'd be a fun thing to play around. Everything flying at the camera. I don't know. Right now, I really want us to build a name for ourselves and try and dominate the youth space and do something for young people. Who knows? Maybe we'll go into the older generations at some point, and maybe we'll have to do something that's a bit different. Like what I quite like is the fact we're bringing iconic entities, and in some cases, you know, judges. Like on this list up here, I think it's really cool that we're able to get for our music competition people like Jean-Michel Jarre, and you know that is the guy that is effectively the pioneer of electronic music. Has sold to this day, has the record for the largest ever attended outdoor event. And he broke his own record for that. You know, 3.5 million people in Moscow turned up to watch him perform. Iconic name. Whenever I spoke to my friends' parents about it, they're like, Jean-Michel Jarre, that's crazy. And they're whipping out the vinyls. Shout out my friend Joe, his dad, who hopefully might be watching this, John. That
is a cool idea, but we are all about the youth. I totally agree. Okay, so we got your fourth quote. Don't get all teary-eyed on me. Don't get too excited. We got 2 left.
Like what? If I get this wrong, the next one wrong. I have to 4.
Yes. So I'm quoting, you don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies.
This better be a rapper.
Okay, so your options are Mark Zuckerberg or Tom Anderson, also known as MySpace Tom.
Okay, they've been anyone but MySpace. There's 500 million.
Yeah, but MySpace
Obviously,
Tom, he had a lot of friends.
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like if it was Zuck, if I was Zuck, I'd be out here flexing. I'd be like, do you not get to like 4 billion friends without making a couple enemies?
Okay.
Or 500 monthly friends, or you know, monthly recurring friends, or whatever.
True.
So we'll go with MySpace, just because I think Zuck would flex harder.
Okay, so are we making a fruit salad here? Are we gonna take 2 different ones or just one of the same? Because Mark said it, and I'm not gonna present him because we all know who he is. I'm gonna say like raspberry and watermelon. That's what I recommend.
So these are the 2 that I picked out straight away: apple and raspberry.
Oh, okay, that's good. So bottoms up. Next question. So another comment that I noticed showing up on your TED Talk was about your hair, which I love the hair flip. It's very J Beebs, which led me to, would you rather always have a mullet haircut, which, you know, business in the front, party in the back, or ponytail haircut, which would take you quite a while?
Well, last time we spoke, I basically had a mullet, right? Oh, apples are worse. Oh, this would be nice. Mullet or ponytail? I think I have to go for a mullet. I basically had one when we last spoke, right? I sort of had this huge thing going on.
Kind of like a bowl thing going?
Yeah, but people commenting on the hair flip. Then there was another video where I had the hair sort of part like this, quite smart, you know? No one seemed to like it, so maybe I have to go back to that style.
No, you gotta give us the hair flips. We love it.
I can't do it so much now. It's more of a... Anyone watching, you can't be dissing the Justin Bieber hairstyle. That's legendary. It's iconic.
That is a classic. That is...
Pop culture.
Yes, 101. So how's the blue raspberry treating you?
I'm not doing 4. Again, I'm protesting. We need to rework this format
right,
to incentivize correct answers. Because at the moment, you're only incentivizing me to. You're only really working on it.
I just have them right here, all in front of me.
You have 2 types of marking. It's either you get marks or it's you lose marks. Right now, I feel like it's the negative marking one, and I'm deeply concerned by that.
Okay, quote number 5, last one. We made the buttons on screen look so good, you'll want to lick them.
But before you even say the name, this isn't Steve Jobs.
It is.
Jobs.
I love the quote.
For anyone watching at home, anyone, go online, go onto YouTube and watch nothing but Steve Jobs videos, because this guy, when he's talking about marketing, he's a legend. When he was talking about creating the iPhone, he's a legend. How about if you take one more, I'll take one more.
Fine. I think they like giving them to kids and like, hey, this tastes great, and then we just watch them suffer.
It must put kids off eating their fruit and veg. Like, apple tastes like that. I don't want to go anywhere near it. It's crazy.
Oh, there was like a peak at some point where I squeeze my eyes so much I just get,
You're wrong. I remember.
I lied.
Did you ever have a candy store near you when you were younger?
A candy store? I did. I had a few, I'm sure.
Did they ever have a sweet in there called Black Death?
Black Death?
We had one in mine. Anyone from Bedford will know this. Mr. Sims. Huge black gobstopper thing with like caked in sugar. I don't really want to thank you for this because...
You do though. And before you do, pick the next lucky teen entrepreneur to take on our challenge.
So I don't know who you've got lined up.
But who am I adding?
Well, am I allowed to? Who should be next? Well, I have a feeling that my first choice you've already had.
I don't think so. I think you think we've had. You can try inviting him.
Okay, well, young Jenk Oz from Canada/Turkey descent. I invite you to take on, and I don't want you taking any of these, like, the ones which are off the shelf. Take the bomb detonators if you're bad.
If you're legit.
Well, Jenk, good luck. And anyone watching this, as I mentioned before, please comment below. The format needs to be changed. The young people are taking a stand. That every question the viewer gets right, the presenter should take a sweet. And if they get two right, it doubles every time. Thank you very, very much.
I can't wait to talk to you again, Harry. It's always so much fun, and I hope we can meet under sweeter circumstances next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.